Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media, let's make some noise. Welcome to Sporgy, the show that gives you half-ass sports fans giving their half-ass opinions. And now, here are your hosts.
It's number 112. I'm Chris.
I'm Rich.
I'm the Iceman.
And well, the best news that we have in Detroit sports this week is we had the bye week for the Lions. So, because I guess the Red Wings haven't won a game yet, and the Pistons started the night we're recording this.
No, they actually won. I think it was 104-100 over Brooklyn.
Cool. How many people were there to see it?
Well, I know the announcers were there.
Did they cover up those seats too?
I heard them on the radio, so yeah. At least two announcers. And the players, and the coaches, and assistant coaches. And,
yeah. People selling the concessions, they were there.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how good they okay. For anyone not in Detroit, they go ahead and they close down Joe Louis Arena, which, to be honest, needed to happen. Joe Louis Arena was sadly outdated. Moved the Pistons out of the Palace, which I really didn't understand, considering they just remodeled the Palace to the tune of, $15 million 4 years ago? So why would you put all that money into a venue that you're going to leave? But they did, and they moved into LCA, a nice new stadium. And now Little Caesars, who owns the stadium, is going to take black seat covers and put them on all the seats because the seats are red and it's so empty. It's kind of jarring to watch on TV and see all that sea of red.
Nothing to see here.
That's how well the hockey team and the basketball team that roughly a decade ago were in contention, by the way. Not that long ago.
Yeah, it was 14 years ago. We were winning championships with basketball, and a decade ago for hockey.
And they went to the finals the year after that and lost, but then they went to the Eastern Conference Finals the year after that. So, I mean, we're talking, both teams were in contention because in 2009, the Red Wings went and lost to the Penguins in the finals.
And now they're like a 1950s traffic cop in New York. Move along. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. So.
But we got Blake Griffin.
Yeah, but, man, so tired of those people moving around, man. I miss the home stadiums.
What do you mean home stadiums?
The Silverdome, the Joe, the Corner, Palace.
The Palace is the one that I don't get.
Yeah, the Palace is still functional. The rest of them were all old and outdated and needed to go.
The Palace opened up in 89 and has been kept up, as far as I know, ever since. It's not like it ever got shoddy.
Just paid $10 million for renovations, as Rich stated. Now I'm restating.
But yeah, so I mean, as much as I love Tiger Stadium, they've been playing ball there for 100 years. There was so many obstructed view seats. Yeah, you were right up on the field if you didn't have an obstructed view seat and you could see the field. But
and then the Silverdome, 80,000 seats. Really? For who?
That's ridiculous. Yeah, especially in the era of, you're not selling out, then we're going to black out the game locally. There was a lot of blacked out games. There was also a lot of games where local businesses bought 2,000 to 5,000 tickets just so the game would end up on TV. And that's no joke. There's a local furniture company called Art Van up here, and they used to buy tickets like that once, twice a season so the games wouldn't be blacked out. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's just too damn big. I mean, fuck, the Big House. Yeah, it can sit, close to 110,000? And they want to claim that they've have a streak of 100,000 asses in the seats. But to be honest with you, that's just tickets sold. That's not the asses in the seats. There's a difference there. Believe me, the last decade of Michigan football, there's been games where there's quite a few less than 100,000.
Well, I guess we can move along to another sport where we're not in the playoffs either. Baseball. Playoffs are going on, and it's kind of shaping up to look like we're going to have a rematch last year, perhaps?
Well, I have to quote another podcast. It's amazing how quick the playoffs move when your team isn't in it.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're in the
no kidding.
championship series. World Series is next week.
Yeah. Chris, you said it. You hit the nail on the head. What was it? A couple days ago, Brewers were up 2-0.
Yeah.
Now it's 3-2 LA as of tonight, Wednesday night, when we are recording. So yeah, it's quite quick. That was a reversal of fortune, big time. And then it was what? Last night's game was what? It went 11 or 13 innings. I know it went extra innings. Ended up 2-1 LA. I mean, that was a damn good game.
Yeah, we're already in Game 5 of the NLCS, already Game 4 of the ALCS. So, I mean, yeah, by this weekend, by the time most of you are hearing this show, the World Series is going to be set.
That's what's so unique about baseball. It's such a long, grinding, grueling season. And yeah, besides, get rid of game 163, get rid of the one game, the play-in game. It's still best of 5, best of 7 World Series. And I mean, they go, there's not 3-4 days between. It's not like the NBA. It's not 3-4 days between games and shit. No, they'll play today and they'll play tomorrow.
Hey, NBA has a grueling season. They need to rest between games.
Sure they do. Or if you've already clinched your playoff spot, you can just rest for the rest of the regular season.
We had a word for that back in our day. We called them pussies.
Well, now we call them men. Well, no, because that's heteronormative and reinforcing gender stereotypes. I don't know what the fuck we call them these days, but...
Well, now it could be pragmatic. Like, hey, let's not get injured for the playoffs if we've already got them sewn up.
No, I mean, I understand that. And let's not get into that discussion because we're nowhere near the playoffs for the NBA.
Yeah.
But, right, but see, when you talk about baseball, I said this a few podcasts ago. It's the only sport left, that and hockey, those are neck and neck for me, that have a good product. Football just doesn't have a good product anymore.
Okay.
Were we even talking about that?
No. I'm talking
playoffs.
I'm talking about baseball. I love to watch baseball because it still has a good product. The gameplay in and of itself, while I watch it, I can be entertained by it. I can be, I'm not sitting there going, well, this sucks.
Yeah, I think our rousing round
and coming in from left field, it is Earl the Iceman.
Well, too, I think our rousing round of silence kind of says what me and Rich kind of think about the baseball product at the moment. Like it's they've made it so vanilla. I quite honestly disagree with you, dude. It is so fucking boring. Like they have homogenized the fuck out of baseball.
No, I don't know. I still enjoy watching people throw 95 miles an hour. People out of absolutely nowhere. You're sitting there.
Yeah, but they can't. But they can only do it for 100 pitches. They're not doing it for 9 innings. You're never going to see a full 9 innings pitcher's duel ever again. If you do, it's going to be very rare and be like a once every 5 years. Like
shit.
That shit is over.
I'd put it more than 5 years. When's the last time you saw a starting pitcher pitch into extra innings like Jack Morris did in the World Series?
I think Scherzer did it once, like last year or something.
In the World Series?
Maybe.
No, he wasn't in the World Series. Scherzer?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's on the Nationals, dude. I'm not talking about like regular season. Okay, but that goes to your point. Even if they do it in the regular season, you're like, oh shit, he's still in there, dude. I remember plenty of times. Verlander's got a no-hitter going, and they're just going to keep him in there. Why? And then people started to realize this motherfucker's a workhorse. Like you can put that weight on his back, he's going to be fine. In fact, when he was younger, he used to amp it up in the later innings when most pitchers are losing their shit. he'd start fucking hitting triple digits with his fastball. Now not so much. He's had to learn as Jim Price would say, the art of pitching. But yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. I don't know. I think baseball has a good product. Unfortunately for me, I have to listen to baseball more than watch it because of my work situation. I much prefer to watch postseason baseball than I'll listen to regular season games and not feel like I'm missing anything. Listening to postseason baseball, I feel like I'm missing a lot. They really do present postseason baseball in a way that is, to me, really engaging. I don't know if that's what you were trying to get at, Fitz, or Earl, excuse me, whatever. But, that's my take on it.
Cliff Lee, 2012, last pitcher to pitch 10-plus innings.
So, in between 2000...
Ignore me, I'm high.
So, it's probably... That's probably about every 10 years or so that happens in the World Series, maybe even longer than that. I don't know. I don't have them stats on instant recall like I should.
Man, I got Google. Don't act like I know shit. Let's see, 2003 Roy Halladay, a 10-inning shutout against the Detroit Tigers.
In 2003, that's the regular season.
2007, Aaron Harang.
Well, I mean, I guess
the Reds.
Regular season.
And Mark Mulder in 2005.
I guess it depends. It depends on what you find entertaining about the sports, I guess. I'm just saying, for me personally, my opinion, baseball and hockey have good product. They really do. I can enjoy sitting and watching a game.
Like National Hockey League hockey?
Yes, NHL hockey.
NHL hockey?
Yes, NHL.
So what Ice is saying is that he feels that MLB and NHL give good product.
I do.
Look,
let me put this.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You and I both share one thing in common when it comes to football. We really like that smash mouth defensive struggle that a lot of people don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to see motherfuckers in the trenches. We want to see the big boys going at it. You know what I'm saying? The line making holes, ripping holes in that defensive line. And that running back hit it. Nowadays, they want, most fans want high scoring, touchdown celebrations, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. And exactly my point. They set it up to where it almost looks fake for me, because I'm watching football games last Sunday, and I literally watched a defensive player get out of the way of a receiver that's running into the end zone. Like, he turned around and he saw him and he jumped to the side.
Was he doing the time warp again?
He was. And I'm like, what the hell? With the way the scoring is happening and how close it is, field goal at the last second, all these ties this season, it looks like they're trying to build for the viewership. Like, look at us. Look how exciting this game's getting. We're so close. It's 10 seconds left. The ball's on the 40. He has to make a 53-yard field goal. Is he going to make it? Stay tuned.
Yeah, but ultimately, sports is entertainment. Isn't that the point? Just because you don't enjoy it, you have to understand you're not in the majority on this opinion.
You're right. And like you just said, you and me share the same feeling on that sport. Whereas I could watch, funny enough, ironically enough, I could watch baseball with a no-hitter and be just fine.
Oh, yeah, because I've yet to see a no-hitter where there isn't at least one play in the field to save the no-hitter. And on top of that, you're on it. To me, it's like overtime hockey. You're on the edge of your seat because at any second, that ball could trickle past the defender. That ball could just bounce, take a weird bounce, and the guy misplay it. And in overtime hockey, all it takes is just someone sitting outside the crease on the doorstep and a rebound come their way, and their stick is in the right place. Boom.
I think both
game over.
The NHL and the NFL need to get rid of this tie bullshit. Like, can we just
the NHL did.
Just go to sudden death?
No, the NHL did. They do a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, and if that doesn't decide it, they do a shootout until someone wins.
Well, how come the Red Wings have 2 ties?
No, those are overtime losses.
Oh, that's what that is now?
Yeah, you're reading it like it's back in the day.
Oh, my fault. I'm old.
Yes. It's okay. I had to explain that to a buddy the other day. He's like, "Wait, you can't end a hockey game in a tie." And I'm like, "How fucking young are you? Jesus, you don't remember that?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
God."
tie, you got a point.
Yeah. Now you get a point no matter what if you go into overtime, but the winner gets 2, and there has to be a winner.
Neat. Do you wonder, why aren't the ratings piling up, NHL?
Well, that's another story.
ESPN is making a big deal that you can see 4 NHL games a week on ESPN. 4. I know, 4, huh? How many teams are there? 32? They're seeing like an eighth of the games, or a quarter of the games a week? All right.
Dude, back in the day, they used to have double headers on ESPN too, and then they go into NHL tonight afterwards. So you could literally sit and watch easily 7 hours worth of hockey, probably 3-4 times a night on ESPN too. So, yeah, we all know they shot themselves in the skate. It's on them, whatever. But anyways, thought we were talking for a second at least about MLB playoffs. Playoffs?
It's blah, 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 blah. Let's try this again. Do we want to see a rematch, or do you think the TV, the ad execs want a Boston, LA, so you got a bi-coastal series?
Absolutely, they want a Boston, LA. That to me, that goes without even saying. And me, I rather have an Astros Brewers because one, the Red Sox have become what they used to hate. The Red Sox have become the evil empire 1A. You know, that's all there is to it. They've become like the Yankees, and I don't care if they use sabermetrics or whatever the fuck on how they value players they pick up. They still have a payroll that's ridiculous. And hey, the Tigers, you know, they threw their hat in the ring and they never won a fucking World Series. So, but Boston's won what, 2 or 3 since they embraced this whole sabermetric shit. So obviously they know what they're doing. But at the same time, it's like Houston won the World Series last year. If the Brewers make it to the World Series, I want you to stop and think about that. Think about what I just said. The Brewers are in the World Series. When have we ever said that in our lifetime?
Never.
Exactly. Now imagine being part of that fan base. So, yeah.
Plus, that's where they make all the beer.
Yeah, we got to keep them people happy.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be smiling ear to ear.
I want a beer.
I have beer. I did a podcast about beer before this one. Beer Nuts Podcast. Available Sundays. ChristopherMedia.net.
Oh, no, it's crazy. I might have one, too. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not usually doing a podcast on Wednesday night.
Hey. It happens. There's no judging here.
But no, Dodgers, look, and here's the thing. I like the Dodgers because of they got a deep history. They were part of the baseball mecca at one time, being in New York when they were in Brooklyn, et cetera, have a deep history with great players. But really, what are their fans known for? Showing up in the third, leaving in the sixth. One of the most.
Well, it's the LA sports team.
Well, one of the most telling examples of someone who has no idea how sports, like the history of how a sports team works was, I was with a girl at a point in time. We were watching a Tigers versus Dodgers game in LA, regular season. I think this was 2005. Yeah, this was right around the time they traded for Polanco. So it was 2005. And I had the surround sound on. We were watching the game, and she goes, "God, listen, everyone's booing, and they're throwing trash all over the place, and there's trash floating all over the place, and it just sounds like a hostile environment." And I'm like, yeah. And that's them winning. Mm-hmm. You know, these aren't happy people. These are, so whatever. You got your World Series last year. You lost. Get over it. I think Milwaukee would fucking go goddamn nuts if they won a fucking World Series.
Isn't it the thing, too, with the LA sports teams? Isn't the joke is they're always playing away games? Because nobody that lives in LA is from LA?
Yeah, but you got a lot of bandwagon jumpers, man. I can tell you that for a fact. For a fact. I mean, I can't count how many people I know who are now all about the Lakers. Why?
Because of Brown.
You've had it, and these are people that are like in LA. You had a team the entire time. Now you're going to act like, oh, no, they shut our team down for a few years. Then they signed LeBron. Now they opened it back up.
Yeah.
Let's pay attention now.
Maybe we can buy basketball tickets again. They brought LeBron back.
But no, and then just Houston because, I don't know, like I said, Red Sox. You become what you hate. I guess
Theo's got enough rings.
Theo's in fucking Chicago, yeah. But yeah, Dombrowski's out there now. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what makes it rough to root against Red Sox because they're like the Detroit Tigers East Coast. They have like 6 former Tigers on their roster, and not like role players. There's no Don Kelly on that fucking roster. It's Ian Kinsler, it's David Price, it's Rick Porcello. And Rick Porcello coming out talking about I'd rather throw hard as hell and destroy my arm and go through rehab with a World Series ring on it than sit out and lose the World Series.
Damn.
Which kind of made me think like, and I'm paraphrasing when I'm saying that, but that's basically what he said. And I was like, you know what? All right, motherfucker. Someone poured a gallon of guts down your throat when you left Detroit.
Where was this? But he was super young when he was with us, too.
Yeah, exactly. And you think you're invincible. Now he realizes there's a finite amount of time for him to do what he's doing. Mm-hmm. So if he wants that ring, you might have to go out there and leave it all out on the fucking mound. Which if he realizes it, more power to him, man. And as it looks right now, Boston's leading the series, bottom of the 6th. They got to run up on the Astros. So, and the knock against Boston was, they're not going to do well against the Astros at home. Well, what did they do last game? 8-2, handed them their ass. So, it's probably going to be Boston and the Dodgers. That's what I'm. It's not what I wanted, but that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. Which honestly, okay, cool. Let's let the Titans go ahead in there and get into a dick swinging contest. Let's see who's got the biggest fucking Johnson. Let's do it.
Well, Boston's been so dominant all year, it makes sense.
Exactly, and the Dodgers have been
up and down.
Well, up and down, but they've also been there. Like this is, they might be a roller coaster ride, but ultimately they're the Todd Jones of the NL right now. More times than not, they're gonna save you the game. You're just gonna go for a ride. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that's about all I got on baseball. You got any thoughts there, Iceman? Iceman, unusually quiet. I feel like I feel like he found some human version of catnip and like might have put some fire to it and sniffed it.
No, the Iceman's got a new job or position in his job and is tired as all hell. No, I said what I wanted to say about it. I love the product. I truly don't care who it is. Home team out. I got no dog in the fight. I would love to see a good game. I want to see, a shootout. I want to see no hitters. I just want to see the product. And with the 4 teams left, there's storylines on each one. You guys have covered them all.
All right. Dynamite commentary, Monty. That broadcasting school's really paying off.
Dynamite drop in. It's my show, man.
So Red Wings haven't won a game yet. Should we talk about that? Is that really all there is to say about that? Have fun, kids.
And that's all I wanted to say about that.
It's been a long season.
I'm going to say this. They finally admitted it's rebuild time.
Oh, hey, thanks for telling. It's like Clay Aiken telling us he was gay. Hey, we knew. We knew we were rebuilding.
Glad you know now.
Yeah.
But no, it's hard rebuild time. and they're no longer bullshitting about it. And they're talking, we need to finish in the bottom 5 of the league because we need a very, very, very.
Damn. They're saying that at the beginning of the season. Oh,
well, they're not saying it, but here in
quote
Detroit,
unquote, they're saying it.
Yeah, the sources from the franchise to the local sports people are like, we all realize what we're doing right now. We're rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. We want to hit bottom. That way we can get that the better shot at the number 1 overall pick, because that's what they're going to have to do. They're just going to have to load up on any players that are young and they think are valuable, and they're going to have to learn to cut bait with ones that aren't. We can't have that Detroit loyalty that we used to have with Red Wings players, meaning, you can have a meh season, but the minute the playoffs come, you turn into a Franzen. So we're gonna sign you over Marian Hossa because you had a better playoff than Hossa. Well, hindsight being what it is, look back, that was a bad move for the Red Wings. They should have signed Hossa. I mean, that's all there is to it. Franzen has been. If you don't make the playoffs, what good is it for someone who's a middling to lower, than the average regular season player? And it's not slamming Franzen. It's just this isn't what this team needs right now. The league has transformed itself into speed and youth. The physical part is slowly being, shouldered out of the game. And I mean, shit. Maybe you know this, Earl. Homeboy from the Capitals that put the hit on the guy that got 20 games. Did you see that hit?
No, I didn't. I remember something about it, but I didn't see it.
Okay, well, I mean, it's just 20 games. That's a quarter of the season essentially. That's ridiculous for that hit. That's ridiculous. I mean,
Tom Wilson.
Thank you, Wilson. Yes, and he's appealed it, and it's going to Bettman. Bettman most likely is not going to reduce it. But the way the NHL and their labor contract is, they can take it to an independent arbitrator. And Wilson has nothing to lose. First of all, Wilson's losing essentially almost like $60,000 a game that he's missing. And if they even lower it by a hand, and he's already served 6 games of the 20, if they lower it by a handful, like 2 or 3, okay, I just I got back $120,000 to $180,000. I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a financial decision more than anything, because he should have maybe done 5 games tops. I mean, to me, 5 games is damn near like you have to like try to kill somebody with your skate, like take it off and like Happy Gilmore style try to stab them.
Yeah.
Like 20 games is I don't know, man. I do not know. Like the McSorley stick swing at Brashear, the Todd Bertuzzi hit on that Anal Munch player who I refuse to remember his name because he plays for the Anal Munch, because fuck them.
He has a cross check on the back of the neck.
Yeah, I mean, like those are extreme examples of cheap shots. They should have got more than 20 games, but those motherfuckers went to court. They were criminally prosecuted for that. I mean, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? And McSorley, his career was over because McSorley was nothing but a goon. And Bertuzzi, he was given a little bit more leeway because he was considered a power forward instead of a goon. So, which ultimately led him to Detroit for a few seasons. But yeah, I mean, that's that type of shit that deserves those type of number suspension. Not coming through the fucking, he's coming through the middle, you're carrying the puck and you get your clock cleaned and you're unconscious on the ice. Well, keep your head up. It's the fuck they used to tell me when I got fucking laid out. I mean, you played pickup hockey with me. Well, keep your head on a swivel. You never know where it's coming from.
Right. But, and I know they want to try to fade out the goons, but they'll never fade out the goons, dude. Every team's still going to have a goon.
Well, it's not even about goons anymore. Now it's about just you have all these motherfuckers, they have to handle their own business. And the problem is that anytime there's a big hit, they want to go at each other.
Right.
And then you end up with, probably a very big mismatch because one of those guys can probably throw some fucking blows and the other guy, he's out there, he doesn't have a jab that would break wind.
Right.
So, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to watch someone get their ass beat, which ultimately serves the NHL's ultimate goal, which is to ban fighting. If they force players to defend themselves instead of having enforcers there to defend the star players, people are going to see star players get their clock cleaned time and time again. And eventually a star player is going to get really fucked up. And the NHL is going to go, thank you. There's our reason. Now fighting is banned. So I don't know if that's a little tinfoil hat-ish, but I mean, if you've watched the NHL for the last 20, 25 years, tell me that I'm wrong. This is just the next step in how they've been evolving and going down the road of.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. That broadcast school has really paid off.
All right.
No, I think you're right. I think they're heading down that path, but it just every time they try to ban fighting or kick the goons out of hockey or clean up the sport, it never works. I've never seen it to where even when they didn't they ban fighting? Like you'd be suspended if you fought?
Not in the NHL. No, they did everything. If you were the instigator, you got 5+2, and then it was if you instigate or you're a third man into an altercation, you get the gate. They've done everything to walk up to the line of banning it outright, but they've never banned it. They did insist that 1 year's version of EA's NHL series did not have fighting in it. And then when they
remember that, yeah.
Then when they brought it back, the year they brought it back was the best-selling NHL hockey they had up to that point. So what's that tell you? But well-worn carpet on this podcast. Anyone who's listened knows how I feels. How I feels? I feels this way.
Got those feels.
Yeah.
To be nowadays.
To be or what it be, motherfucker? That be the question. But no, all bullshit aside, man. It's just if you don't want it in the game, ban it. But understand that it's always going to be there. There's going to be someone who's going to take liberties with another player, and that player is going to turn around and clean his clock. And it happens in football, in baseball, in basketball. Fighting is banned in all those sports, yet fighting still happens. So all you're doing is basically guaranteeing that star players, if they get a gutful, are gonna end up getting thrown out the game or with a suspension, or it'll turn into an unofficial policing situation. There'll be unofficial players who, hey, someone's taking liberties with Crosby. You need to go over there and fight that guy. Yeah, we know that you're going to get the gate and you might get a suspension, but we'll take care of you on the down low. But you got to protect Crosby. We can't afford to lose him for a game or two. So do you see what I'm saying? It's not going anywhere. It's just It's just going to be more penalized, and it's not to get too political, but it's like how I feel about trying to legislate morality. The more you try to legislate shit, usually the worse shit gets because of bureaucratic bullshit. Hockey was designed a certain way. It was set up a certain way. It has worked for fucking over 100 years. Stop trying to come in and change it. Like the core of it. Like essentially basically saying, like, to me, taking fighting out of hockey is like saying there's no more balls and strikes. It's just like the home run derby now. You get a pitching coach behind a fucking, a fence, and he throws you, warm up fastballs. and you get 3 of them. And if you don't hit one into play or you miss them or they're not to your liking, you're out. Who would watch that?
Earl, I think it's a fantastic product.
Yeah. No, but that's just it, Chris, is they haven't changed the core of the game yet. I could still watch a hockey game today and, minus the Bash Brothers, it'd be like the hockey of old.
Okay, I've heard you argue against that several times in the past, but all right. I mean, I've heard you and Rich on this show talk for several hours, probably collectively, about how the game has changed quite dramatically since you were children.
It has changed quite dramatically. There is no more Bash Brothers. There is no more grind lines. That's what Rich was just talking about for the last 10, 15 minutes. But the core of the game, no matter how much they try to change it and try to get out the goons, try to stop the fighting, try to make scoring all the rage, it's not going to work. The core of the game is what it is. The one thing that's changed, and it's nothing to do with regulations or anybody else, is goalies. These goalies are punks, flat out.
Well, look,
it is far and few between that you find a shutdown goalie.
I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. I got into a discussion online with a gentleman who was probably about 10 years younger than me, if I remember him and what he said his age was. So he really doesn't remember the 80s like I do, 80s hockey. And he's talking about, this is the most exciting period in the NHL ever, and plays and this and that. And I said, okay, here's the deal. You say that, but you don't remember Gretzky. You don't remember Mario Lemieux. You don't remember Jaromir Jagr. You don't remember Yzerman before he became the best two-way forward to ever fucking strap on a fucking set of skates. When he was, going over 100 points a season easily. Like, he doesn't remember all that. And he goes, well, yeah, but it was clutching and grabbing and fighting and they were hitting each other all the time. And I'm like, exactly. They played at that level and they dealt with the physical side of it. The physical side has pretty much all been removed.
Right. Now the skaters just go and try to skate as fast as they can and shoot as hard as they can. Back then, they didn't give them a goddamn thing.
There is the stick handling, the puck handling, the puck handling, the speed of the game. Yes, that's all quote unquote better than it was in the 80s and early 90s, but at the cost of the physical play. Whereas back in the day, you had the physical play plus these great, amazing players who could do all this shit. You wouldn't have these players if you didn't take the physical part out of the game. And basically what he was saying is, I don't care about the physical part if I get to watch a bunch of guys go out there and do a bunch of crazy shit, puck handling, and have insane stick work and basically be shot out of a cannon. And I'm like, there you go. You have watched 20 years of genetically engineered hockey towards a new generation. Hockey is not built for my generation anymore. It's built for yours. No shame in that. It's just how it is. I mean, how many people would really, if you're really bored one day, folks, go on YouTube and look up some of the classic, like Michigan OSU games, the 10-year war games, and really try to find the full ones online. Maybe they're on YouTube or ESPN Classic or something. But try to find them and sit down and watch the whole game as it's presented to you and see how quickly most people are like, I'm bored. This isn't high scoring enough. There's not enough action going on. Yeah, because you've been conditioned to watch what we had on Monday night. Or not Monday night, Sunday night. A fucking shootout. That's what you want. You want games to end 43-40.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just waiting for 7-on-7.
At one point I'd have laughed at you, but considering that the NHLs went to 3-on-3 in overtime, I can't laugh that hard. But I got to say, it'll probably happen in our lifetime. Like overtime, regular season. But this goes back to what you were saying. fuck these ties. Well, maybe that's what they'll do. All right, 11 on 11. You go through 15 minutes of overtime, no score, 7 on 7.
The full teams are out there. Everybody plays.
You know, something.
Wait, man, you brought up the University of Michigan. Shall we bring up the college football?
Wow.
It's kind of a big deal this week in the state of Michigan. I mean, which one should we start with first?
Start with Sparty.
Oh, Sparty. Welcome back. Sparty, you are confusing this year.
Speaking out of left field.
You are fucking confusing, Sparty. You let Northwestern make you their bitch, and then you come in and you beat number 8. What the fuck, Sparty? Yeah. Again, I mean, I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think Michigan State are the same team this year. They got a good defense, and your offense is suspect. You're enough to get it done against Penn State this weekend, but yeah. I guess I sound a little more optimistic than last week, but yeah, I still think they're heading for the mediocre bowl. You know, you still got to beat the big boys. You got the same task ahead of you as the Wolverines. You got to beat Ohio State. Let me know how that works out for you. That's really all I got to say. I mean, it's cool that you beat Penn State, but and I think flip a coin for this weekend for Michigan State. Flip a coin. I'll pick the home team, whoever the home team is. I feel like Forrest Gump, where I should just go. And that's all I have to say about that.
I don't know, man. Lewerke does not impress me at all. But he's better than the Michigan quarterback. So.
Oh, what? You better not let a Michigan fan hear you say that. Because,
well, I mean,
depending on who you talk to right now, oh, Michigan's back. This is what we brought Harbaugh here for. I mean, I've heard it all this week.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Michigan's back.
Dude, the shit I have heard in the office, I just sit there and I just shake my head and I don't say anything. Like, wow, okay.
Michigan has a defense.
They're 6-1. Oh yeah.
Michigan has a defense. That's about it.
They're 1-1. They're 1-1. They're 1-1.
The Maize and Blue Butter has been churned.
In games that matter, they're 1-1. They're 500.
Yeah, they lost to number 12.
Period. That first half, Shea Patterson had a 75-yard run for a touchdown? That was almost all of their fucking production on the ground in that first half. Mm-hmm. Second half, different story. Totally give that to you. They did what they're supposed to do. They made adjustments. Even McCaffrey came in when it was getting to be a laugher and actually did, one carry, 44 yards? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But you broke Wisconsin at that point. That was a broken Wisconsin defense when McCaffrey did that. That first half, that defense was doing all they could to stop the run, and they were doing it. So you're going to tell me that you're going to put Michigan's hopes for a Big Ten title on Patterson's fucking shoulders this season?
Yeah, no.
Because one thing, State's good against the run, so plan on an equally unimpressive day on the ground for Michigan this Saturday as well.
I don't like Michigan's offense. I like Michigan State's offense. I don't like Michigan State's defense. I do like Michigan's defense.
You can't run against State this year. I believe going into the game Saturday was what their opponents have averaged 34 yards on the ground against them.
Well, I mean, you could say that, and then you look at Northwestern, they ran.
No, I'm saying that was after the Northwest. That was going into the game they won this weekend against Penn State. Their opponents averaged 34 yards on the ground. Wait, where is it? Hold on.
Dynamite drop-in money. That broadcast school has really paid off.
There you go.
Well, I mean, first of all, you only have two teams in the Big Ten undefeated, Michigan and Ohio State. All right, Ohio State is undefeated overall.
Yeah, Michigan's got themselves lost.
It's an out-of-conference loss, but they're both coming out of the East. Okay, so I you know what? I don't know. I don't even fucking know this season, dude. Both these teams are Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
And somehow you can
the
beat
whole football season. The whole football season's what the fuckins, man.
somehow you can beat a team ranked 3 spots lower than you, and then move up. What was it? 6 spots? How's that work?
Yeah, but the one thing I will say in defense of that, while fundamentally I agree with you, is it's college football. Mm-hmm. It depends on how you win. That's why it pays to run the score up. Because the bigger margin of victory, the more people are going to fucking rank you higher.
So if State houses Michigan this weekend, will they be a top 15?
In my mind, 15 at best, and we're talking, I mean, just straight banks them. We're talking...
Yeah, I'm saying, because in the last 2 weeks you will have beaten number 8 and then house number 6. Why shouldn't you be a top 15?
We're talking at least 30-point difference. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 15. But they should be they should be definitely 19 to 16 if they fucking respectfully beat Michigan. And they put up some points on them. Of course they should. I mean that's now me personally, I don't feel that way, but that's the way college football works. That's why you have teams that are, they get pissed. Well, they ran up the score on us. Yeah, well, if you don't run up the score, you don't get the extra little, bump.
Why do you think Alabama stayed parked at number 1?
Yeah, exactly. Because they just run over motherfuckers like it's not even funny.
Man, Saban's got himself a good crop this year. Jesus Christ. Do you think they're going to lose a game?
I can't see it, but it's possible. Anything's possible. I mean,
didn't Clemson win last year?
They could probably
the national championship game.
They could probably beat the Raiders at this point.
I'm just saying, between the NFL and college football, I mean, the phrase "any given Sunday," any given Saturday. Holy shit! It is so true this season. On any given day, you're either going to win or you're going to lose, and it's like a coin flip every week.
Miami Dolphins looking at you.
No shit. I'm sorry, who?
Yeah, exactly.
What? From where?
All of a sudden, the NFC East is a division. But no,
I'm looking for Joe Robbie Stadium, Dan Marino, fucking Flipper. What?
Do you know the Dolphin? Does he call you at home? Sorry. Do you have a dorsal fin?
Oh, Christ. Well, I mean, if we're going to look, I'm just going to say this right now. I'm not even going to save it for the picks. I don't even know who to pick. These are such inconsistent, manic, like bipolar, manic, and then depressive teams. I mean, if I'm going by the record, period, okay, you got to pick Michigan. But State's even more dangerous because you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know who the fuck State are.
Yeah, this season they have lost to Arizona State and beat Penn State. So have fun with that, everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
A week after losing to Northwestern.
Yeah.
So I'm ultimately reserving my pick for the end of the show, but I'm just saying, like, this is not an easy decision. It's very fluid, like many people on Tumblr's genders. It might change throughout the show. I might make the pick and then be like, no, like Darth Vader at the end of Revenge of the Sith. No, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you my pick. I go with the defense every time. There's my pick.
All right, well, save it for the end. You don't show up to have sex, nut, and then just be like, "Oh, I'll just stuff it in there, fucking flaccid." There we go. You feeling filled up, balls and all, baby? You feeling satisfied?
Well, should we get into the pros?
Why not? Let's do it.
All right. Week 6 in the books.
Okay, I wanted to bring this up first. Take the Giants out of the equation. That is a hell of a fucking logjam in NFC East.
Yeah. All of a sudden, they're competitive. What the fuck, NFC East? I mean, let's look at the standings. I mean, first of all, Washington is in first place.
Yeah.
1993. Next you got the Cowboys above the defending Super Bowl champions. And then there's the Giants. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Eli, I've defended you on this show, but Eli, it's time to go. You're too old to rock. No more rocking for you.
Rocking for you. His sauce will mix with ours, and we'll have a good goulash, baby.
You're wasting Odell Beckham's talent.
Well, didn't the owner of the Giants come out and tell
Odell had to throw the ball last week?
They tell him to shut up and play football, basically? Or did I read the wrong story there?
I mean, I guess, but yeah, when your wide receiver's got one of your longest passes in the game, it's time to, that's the thing is they have the pieces there for an offense. They got a great wide receiver. They got a great running back. They've got a decent tight end. They have a serviceable, second receiver. Eli, time to go. Go make insurance commercials with your fucking brother.
No more rocking for you.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my head now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be watching the games and be like, Eli.
Time to go.
Oh, Christ. Oh, thank you for that. It's going to make actually watching Giants games bearable. Aaron's going to be like, I thought you were watching football. Why am I hearing Tenacious D blasting? I'm like, I am watching football.
Don't worry about it.
Sports. Just put your shirt on and go sit in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, who kicked their ass last week? The Eagles? I'm trying to bring up week 6.
Oh, the Eagles beat Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, Jesus.
I spanked them on Thursday night, 34-13.
Podcast for 10, because that's who's in the fucking fantasy league. I forgot to put my Eagles players in, and I was sweating, bro. I was sweating. I was like, come on, 8 o'clock game, Patriots. First time in my life I've been like, go Patriots.
Go Pats.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so it was.
And fuck that fantasy shit.
But yeah, it's whatever.
Stupid ass receivers.
Guys in first place. But Saquon, man, I mean, you called it last year, Earl. I mean, this guy's the real deal, man. He is pretty much the Giants' offense at this point.
Dude, he is a stud. Flat out. I knew he was a stud when he was in Penn State. I called it, everyone. Live up to my tag. Yes, that cat can run, will run. And I guess why I like him so much is because he does remind me of the old guard. I told you, I said, if you could combine Emmitt Smith with Barry Sanders, who would you have? Saquon Barkley. That is him. He will run over you. He will run around you. He will juke you out of your shoes. I mean, you give him some daylight and he is gone.
He also caught 9 receptions for damn near 100 yards. I mean, come on, man. Basically 240 all-purpose yards. The fuck out of here, dude. Seriously.
Oh, that cat, he's a bad man. He's big time, dude. Seriously.
And you know what? I'm just going to say this to the Giants fans. You might be looking at your version of, well, do I want to go that way? Yeah, I'm going to go all the way. Barry Sanders.
Oh, I was going to say it.
You're going to have a shit team surrounding the best player in the league. for years, and you're going to rip your hair out, and you're going to go gray, and you're going to have no fingernails from chewing them off. Yeah, well, welcome to the suck.
This cat can ball, man.
Straight up. The problem is, at the end of the game, it's going to be game blouses, and then they're going to serve you pancakes. That's the problem. So
we got to think he's in New York. They're gonna get somebody to head up that offense pretty soon, whether it's through a trade or the draft.
Well, they better. That's all I'm going to say. Because if not,
because don't they have the image as the successful New York football team?
Well,
at least in our lifetime.
They have the running game. They have a receiving core. They put a lot of money into the line to beef that up. I mean, what's missing here, Chris?
Quarterback.
Oh, okay.
oh Jesus,
He's fine till this year. And this year he's just like this year he is officially it was from the Big Lebowski. The plane has crashed into the goddamn mountain. You know,
he was a two-time winning Super Bowl champion last year. This year, just the suck.
He hit his wall this year, man. He's, what is he, 34, 35, 46? Oh, it's a Manning. Oh, who knows?
All right. One more time. I called it, everyone. This cat was done last year. He should not have been here this year.
He's 37, Chris.
Damn, yeah.
His rookie year was 2004.
Yeah. But
So-
then
He
again,
only completed.
Phillip Rivers is out there the same age as him, looking like he just showed up in the league a couple years ago.
All right. Tom Brady is over 40. So, okay, he breaks the mold of age. Not even going there. I'm not even giving him that. The cat was done, dude. You liked him because he won 2 Super Bowls because you're in love with stats for some reason.
This is now a multi-season argument that goes on just because, and this is the truth. Sorry, Earl. You won't agree with Earl. Until you agree with Earl, he will still hammer at this. You will be dead. He will show up at your funeral. He will drag you out of the coffin, take you outside, and start yelling at you about Eli Manning.
As much as I'm shitting on him, he's got a 68% completion percentage this year.
He has a 50% completion in this game.
He's already thrown for 1,600 yards,
He only threw for 281 this game.
6 TDs.
No TDs this game. 1 interception. Keep coming with your stats.
I was saying,
13 to 34. There's your stat.
he's looking like it is time. He's looking like a 37-year-old quarterback. It's time to go, Eli.
It is. But here's the problem. Who are you going to replace him with?
It's New York. They'll come up with the money. Like I said, whether it's through the draft or through a trade, they'll come up with somebody.
Well, they've got Odell wrapped up. Barkley's going to be on a rookie contract for what? 4 years?
5 years, right? 4 or
Well,
5.
isn't it 4 and then the option is for 5?
You know, maybe they come with the long money for Mahomes when he's done with his rookie contract. We don't know.
Oh, that would be sick.
Mahomes to fucking Odell. Jesus Christ.
Handing off to Barkley.
Over to Shepard. Yeah, no.
But yeah, let's not spend an hour on the Thursday night game. Moving to Sunday. And then there was one. And they are the LA Rams. And they are 6-0. And boy, is Denver awful. What happened to your boy Case Keenum, huh? Thought Case Keenum was the man.
Case Keenum is the man.
He's
In Minnesota.
2-4.
In Minnesota.
Denver is not good. Case Keenum is not good. Denver's running game is awful.
I don't know, man. I'm going to say Case Keenum's good for what he's got around him.
And Todd Gurley, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no kidding.
My concern with Todd Gurley is they're going to run him into the ground. He's going to get hurt.
But
He gets the ball a lot.
What have the Rams shown? They're there to win now.
Yeah.
Traded away draft picks, gave away their future to get players that they believe they can win with right now. They get a Super Bowl. Yes, obviously they'd like Gurley to play 10, 12 years for him. If he's producing, by the way.
28 carries.
But ultimately, I as long as they win,
It's a lot of fucking carries.
I don't think they care though. Something about that Rams team now, from the top down, just screams ruthless to me. Them motherfuckers don't. They're like, we're here to do one thing: win. That's all we're here to do.
Yeah, because if you ain't impressed by their offense, you damn sure are by their defense. Mm-hmm. They're stacked on both sides of the team.
Although they showed they showed they were human against Seattle, but they still got the job done. But okay, moving on from this game to, all right, dude, the Jaguars suck, right? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I have one foot solely off of this bandwagon with Jacksonville. Like, in the last 2 weeks, their defense is led by what? Like, 70 points? Fucking 80 points?
Something's gone amiss in Jacksonville. They don't suck, but I don't know what the hell happened.
I told you, their offense is... Leonard Fournette is injured because...
Jamal Charles for the win.
Yeah, they had to bring back the skeleton of Jamal Charles. All right, they've been out. Marquise Lee, that was supposed to be their top receiver. He's on IR. I mean, Jacksonville's got to make a move for the trade deadline if they want to contend, and their defense got to get their shit together.
True statement.
Dude, you got housed by the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a pile of shit with a football this year.
And not just that, Jalen Ramsey, you're talking all this shit about how you're the, shutdown corner of the league. 40 points, Hoss. You ain't shutting down a goddamn thing.
Yeah, making Cole Beasley look like a star. Nice defense, Jacksonville.
Get your shit together!
All right. Bucks, Falcons.
Enough said about that. All right.
I enjoyed the ride while it lasted.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Is Fitzmagic still even on the team?
It felt like when you go to the bar and you just sit down and you're like, I'm here to do one thing tonight. And it's I'm going to get blackout drunk. And I want everyone to leave me the fuck alone. And that's what I'm here to do. And all of a sudden, just a dime piece walks up and is like, there's nothing you can do to talk yourself out of this fucking blowjob I'm going to give you. And you're like, all right, well, let me go ahead and get this blowjob before I get whiskey dick. All right. And then that was the Buccaneers at the beginning of the season. Now they proceeded to go ahead and get blackout drunk. They are right where I think they are back to shit.
Is that
Thank
racist because they got a black quarterback now?
Well, I can't say brown out drunk either, can I?
Crab out drunk?
Lights out drunk? I don't know what to say there.
So drunk, hanging out the roof of an Uber drunk?
Yeah, assaulting my Uber driver drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you didn't touch her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, Jesus fucking
The
Christ.
Falcons assaulted the Buccaneers like Jameis Winston assaulted his Uber driver.
Dude, guy was fucking 395 yards, 4 touchdowns.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I'm streaming him in a league this week.
If he fucking did not turn the ball over twice,
Yeah, that's an Aaron
different
Rodgers
game.
day. That is an Aaron Rodgers day. Let's be honest.
Exact-
395, 4 touchdowns.
and Deshaun Jackson just does not care who's throwing on the ball. He's going to catch it all of a sudden.
It's 2011 in Deshaun Jackson's world all over again. It's like Michael Vick's throwing the ball to him all over again. Hey, so the Steelers are fine, huh?
No.
Ben Roethlisberger, 369, a touchdown. James Conner, 2 touchdowns. Juju Smith, 111 yards.
Yeah, but the Steelers they already fucking got a big old red ass for fucking Vontae Burfict. You hear what they're saying? Calling his hit from that game pathetic and nasty.
Oh, they're just... Isn't that just bulletin board shit? That stuff because it's a division game and they stole it from the last second from the Bengals. And it's them kind of rubbing it in.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, you got Gilbert saying that's pathetic. The NFL has to do something about that. A guy like that going out there intentionally trying to hurt people. There's no need for that kind of playing in this league. It's sad. One of these days he'll grow up. Supposedly a late hit, nasty hit, whatever. Something isn't sitting right in Pittsburgh with me. There's just, I don't know. Something just does not sit right.
80-26.
Hurry up and fucking give him a contract then.
Trust me, own him in fantasy. Take your time, Le'Veon. Whenever you're ready. The Browns and the Chargers. The only two teams the Chargers have lost to are the Rams and the Chiefs. Are these guys for real?
I'm feeling like, yeah. I mean,
I said Philip Rivers is the same age as Eli Manning, playing like he's 10 years younger. Melvin Gordon's having himself a season.
but Phillip Rivers is also one of the most vocal and outspoken quarterbacks when it comes to how his team's playing. Whereas Eli Manning always has that Freddie Prinze Jr. dumbass look from Summer Catch on his face. Just, ooh. Yeah, so.
Did Philip Rivers have like 20 fucking kids?
I don't know, but Freddie Prinze Jr. goes home to Sarah Michelle Gellar. So, fucked up nose or no, I'd damage that. So, yeah, more power to both of them, I guess.
Damn.
No, what?
Philip Rivers has 7 children. No, father of 8. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Phil, it's vagina. It's not a clown car.
Yeah, I know, right? You ever heard of coming on the tits, Phil?
That motherfucker can't even pull out the driveway.
Hey, good thing you worked out and you're an NFL quarterback. You got the money for 8 kids.
Jesus. Imagine those child support payments.
Yeah.
Shit, at that point, you're calling Casey Anthony to be your babysitter.
So the Seahawks embarrassed the Raiders overseas. And the Raiders are just an embarrassment on 2 continents.
Yeah.
Go back to TV, Chucky. Go back to TV.
Calm down. This is all a plan. I said this last week.
Oh, boy.
Dude, come on. You give away the best defensive player in the National Football League. You change Derek Carr to make him look like a fucking Down syndrome quarterback compared to what he was last year. Who's seen beast mode this year? Seriously.
Who saw him last year?
Right. So they're dumbing down the Raiders so that it's easier for them to leave and go to fucking Vegas. Because last year they were all the rage. Everybody was like, oh, look, now they're getting good. Now they're going to leave. We sat here and waited and waited and waited. Now we got a decent team and you're taking it from us. No, and see, they suck again. They're terrible. It's horrible. No, they're just getting ready to move.
Well, according to Yahoo Sports, here's a little interesting article. Raiders coach John Gruden issues stern response to Rasheed Melvin tweets. Melvin made 5 consecutive starts this season, playing significant snaps in each of those contests. Then Raiders coaches told the veteran cornerback Saturday in London that his role would decrease significantly in next day's game against the Seahawks. Melvin and Conley were benched for Daryl Worley and, hold on to your fucking panties, Lions fans, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the new starters played almost every snap. Melvin was in for 7, while only Rodgers-Cromartie was being examined by trainers, and he gave up a 10-yard touchdown catch in that short span. So Melvin went to Twitter and said, frustrated and upset, I'm tired of it. Done trying to change my style. It's not me. Back to what I know and what got me here. So eventually Gruden got wind of it, said, I haven't talked to him yet. No, I'm sure I will. I know defensive coordinator Gunther did. Gruden said in a press conference, I heard there was a Twitter report out there. Twitter report out there? What's a Twitter report? That Bueller? Yeah,
I got nothing.
Melvin's on this is, by the way, it's continuing to quote. Melvin's on the 7th team, I think. He's had different techniques. Maybe he's confused. I don't know. I'll talk to him. But he has to play better. He's in a competitive situation. Perhaps he's frustrated, and I can't blame him. Well, Chucky's doing what Chucky does. Doesn't really give a fuck about your feelings. He's going to play whoever he fucking likes.
Cool. Well, when they fire Jason Witten, you can take back over. Didn't he say he pulled a rabbit out of his head on Monday Night Football? I believe that was a Jason Witten quote this week.
Sure.
He is not good at commentating.
No, we need the other cowboy. Just saying.
Oh, you want Romo Damas?
Dude, when
Yes.
Booger McFarlane is making your broadcast entertaining, dude, it's time to re-examine who you got in the booth. Anyway, so the Dolphins, they beat a real team, the Bears, I guess.
But is it a case of even the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while?
The problem is this victory makes me question both teams now. Like, now I'm going like, are the Bears good? You know, even too, coming off of your bye and you lose to the Dolphins. Brock Osweiler was the quarterback. Frank Gore, 2,000-year-old Frank Gore ran for 101 yards. Albert Wilson had 6 receptions for 55 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Didn't Frank Gore play under
Wilson? He played under Singletary.
Yeah.
So did Michael Crabtree. He's 1,000 years old too.
Jesus. Yeah, they might as well be statues in the walkway with bird shit on their shoulders at this point.
Like this game, this victory for the Dolphins makes me wonder what the fuck is going on with both the Dolphins and the Bears. Like, I don't know what's going on with either of you. You guys have to figure out what you are. And the Bears are about to play the Pats, I believe. Or they're the Pats or the Chiefs. They're about to play someone that can fuck them up. And there's rumors that Mac's going to miss the game. So, good times. It'll be like last season, Bears.
You've been here before.
Yeah.
Toilet bowl.
Let's see. The Vikings at the Cardinals. Not the butt fuck we thought it was going to be. But still, Arizona also not good. Like,
No, they do have issues.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called they're a football team. Mm-hmm. That's their biggest issue. I don't think they know that.
Trade David Johnson and just start rebuilding. So I say if you're Arizona. Larry Fitz is another guy where it's like, all right, dude, this is apparently the season where you've hit the wall. Let's call it a day.
Dude, just trade him to New England so he can get his ring and move on.
And he goes to New England as a resurgence.
Yeah, all right. Like Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, yes, sir.
Hey, Jets and Colts, huh? Iceman, the only one picking the Jets in this one.
Dude, I'm telling you, the rebuilt Andrew Luck sucks. Ooh, bad. Ooh, bad.
He threw for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns. Maybe it's the rebuilt team around Andrew Luck. But yeah, too. They didn't have T.Y. Hilton, but still, like, the best performer on the Jets was Jermaine Kearse. Okay.
Yeah, but the Colts had the Tony Gonzalez like Eric Ebron at tight end.
Ooh.
Hey man, 4 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, he's finally become the tight end he was always supposed to be, and now he's in another city.
Yeah, I heard the Colts have they're so hard up for receiving core. They've called Charles Rogers and fucking Mike Williams, see what they're doing.
Yeah. Charles Rogers was passed out in the drive-thru. He couldn't get back to him.
Mike Williams he's gonna be there as soon as he can figure out how he's gonna pay for the plane ticket.
Yeah. Redskins taking out the Panthers. Oh, the Panthers need Greg Olsen. He came back last week.
Third leg Greg.
Yeah. But they got Christian McCaffrey, and that's it. Other than that, it's a rushing contest between Cam and Christian. Like, they need an offense. All right, Devin Funchess. All right, this ain't Michigan. All right, it's in college. 5 receptions for 74 yards and 1 touchdown. Ooh.
All right, so we're sitting here, we're shitting on the Panthers, the Bucks, and the Falcons. We're basically saying the NFC South goes through the Saints.
Yeah, we're on the bye. Let's see.
I'd go with that.
A few more games before we start making the picks here. Bills at the Texans. Bills are starting to not look like the pile of shit we thought they were. I mean, they're still a pile of shit. They're just like a smaller pile of shit. But yeah, and
Pile with a small P.
Mm-hmm. And Texas is right now average, just like their record, 3-1 or 3-3. The Ravens housing the Titans. Hey, Brian, you could suck up my cock with your 0 points. Picked him up in like all my fantasy leagues, and he hung a big fat 0 on me. But the news is the Titans are bad. The Titans couldn't even get close enough for that guy to kick a field goal. I mean, is this in the Ravens though? Is this like the Baltimore D of old making a resurgence? Or
I don't think so.
Because it can't be their offense. Again, they have a 1,000-year-old Michael Crabtree as their lead receiver. They got Joe Flacco. What's he, 47?
Yeah, but who did the Titans have with Marcus?
Yeah, exactly. They got Corey Davis.
Okay.
And
Flacco's only 33. Like, I get that you're trying to say he's old, but Jesus Christ, come on now. 47? Jesus.
no, it just seems like he's been in the league forever.
Because he has.
But I think that
So Stafford, how old's he? 32?
68.
All right.
The night game. Oh, the Chiefs are human, But the current GOAT played the future GOAT, and he beat him by 3 points.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes learned firsthand, do not turn the ball over to Tom Brady.
Well, I was trying real hard to throw the
But again,
ball against the Pats defense.
352, 4 touchdowns, 3 of them to Tyreek Hill.
Who got a beer poured on him? And apparently it's a criminal charge. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. I said, whatever, go home to your mansion. That's your revenge.
Oh, I just love Drew Rosenhaus saying, that fan needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because we need to ensure the safety of NFL players. Okay, wait. You're in NFL pads. A beer is dumped on your head. What happened?
Yeah, wah.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously.
And it also looks like New England's got themselves a run game. Sony Michel. And it's apparently... At the beginning of the year, it was a committee in the backfield, New England. Not anymore. Pretty much Sony Michel gets the ball.
Yeah, I know. I got white. Fuck off.
Hey, he's still their passing back. But yeah, it's but still 43-40. I mean, but again, the weakness of this Chiefs team is exposed. Their defense, they let a lot of points through, and then this week it finally got to them.
Yep.
And that is the one weakness that the Chiefs have is, it's a good thing they have that offense because their defense is letting a lot through. So, but still, I mean, the GOAT with his old ass with a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, isn't he still running towards the end zone?
Yeah. He's just now getting to the locker room.
Speaking of terrible defenses, how you doing, Packers?
Yeah. And again, Aaron Rodgers, 425 yards. Jesus Christ. I mean, the NFL's they're getting their shootouts because what is in the middle of the field this year pretty much off limits, it seems like. So I mean, they're getting their high scoring games. They're getting their 300-400 yard games. I mean, those used to only come a few times a season. Now that's shit. There's guys there's guys halfway through the season that probably have totals that old school guys had throughout the entire season, as far as passing yards, touchdowns, and such.
Packers had 3 receivers over 100 yards.
Yeah,
seriously. Okay, and I mean, come on now, like, and we're talking. 2 of those guys had 5 or less receptions. So he's not only getting it out to his receivers consistently, he's doing it and being efficient with it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what. Who'd have fucking thought when Favre retired we'd be sitting here talking about Aaron Rodgers being the better quarterback?
No shit. Yeah, and you look at the standings now in the NFC North. It's anybody's fucking division. Everybody's at 3-2, and then the Lions are at 2-3. I mean, usually at this point of the season, we're always like, "Well, we're done." Generally for looking at 1-4.
Looking at April, that's the Lions Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we're 2-3. We've already beat Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Like a little bit of optimism coming out of the bye week. Keep it tempered, though. Keep it tempered. I've seen this movie before. Seen this horrible, horrible movie before.
Well, I mean, but you have to look at it this way, man. If you're trying to always, blue sky it with the Lions, they've allowed less points than the Packers and the Vikings. They're just not putting the points up on the board. I mean, defense a little bit more stout than people might have given them credit for. I mean, Christ, you got the Bears are sitting at 96, for points allowed all season so far. But I mean, they got Mac. We went over this last week. That completely changed the face of that defense. He walked in there like James Harrison Jr. and was like, "No, this ain't gonna work." And they were like, "Yup, you're right. It ain't gonna work."
Yep. The Ravens have only allowed 77 points. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, keep an eye on Baltimore.
That's the ghost of linebackers pass coming in and just pouring guts down that defense's throat.
Yeah, I think defense is living this year in Baltimore and Chicago. Oh, two cities you wouldn't want to catch me in either of the hoods. No thanks. All right. So I guess this means it is pick time. First, I need to load up the music.
Well, first you need to let me use the bathroom, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll pause for a minute too.
Alrighty. It's getting blasting right back in.
Praise him. I felt good.
You there, Ice? Big's taking a shit.
It's going to be a while. He wipes back to front, so he's got to really, 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 really get in there.
I'll stop picturing me taking a shit. I was doing work.
Sometimes, Doc, when I poo and I wipe and I keep wiping and wiping and wiping, it's like a wet marker down there, and I just keep wiping and wiping.
All right. The picks. All right. Full transparency. We either didn't pick or I didn't write down Cleveland and the Chargers. So that's not in the mix with the numbers this week, in the interest of fairness. Iceman.
That's some shit. I know I picked the Chargers, but all right, go ahead, asshole.
Oh no, I would pick the Chargers too. But for some reason I think Earl picked Cleveland. But I don't understand. I can't.
It's not like these things are like, I don't know, recorded for posterity's sake.
When I was crunching the numbers earlier, I wasn't available to listen to it. Well, maybe I'll go back. I'll dig through and then I'll add it next week. But as of right now, Rich and I, we both went 10-7 last week. Iceman went 11-6. Rich and I are at 62-38-2 on the year for 608 percentage. Iceman 61-39-2 at 598. All right. Start off with the Thursday night game.
What order are we going, homeboy?
Let's go you, me, Ice.
Why do you get to pick it 2 weeks in a row?
Okay,
we're tied.
You pick. It's your turn.
Ice, you, me.
All right. Thursday. Denver at Arizona. Woohoo. Have fun, Ice.
Denver.
Give me Arizona. Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not? Because it's Arizona. But why pick the Broncos? Because they're the Broncos. Interesting little side note. The architect of the Broncos defense, John Elway, called the Broncos defense this week soft. Well, you're the one that put them together, dipshit. So maybe you should look in the mirror, huh? Having said all that, give me Broncos.
All right. That's going to be a truly awful Thursday night game. All right.
Won't mind recording Sporgy tomorrow night.
Yeah. Sunday, Tennessee, heading to L.A., taking on the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. Chargers are at home. Tennessee's bad. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah. Chargers.
Buffalo heading to Indy. That's it. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Buffalo heading to Indy.
Yeah, really? Buffalo, huh?
T.Y. Hilton's back. Give me Indy.
Home field advantage, only reason. Give me Indy.
Iceman on an island on that pick.
Yeah, I'll have too much faith in luck. That Bills defense going to stop him. Sorry.
I got faith in home field
sorry.
advantage, boy. No,
But not a whole lot of home field advantage with them right now.
Speaking of home field, you know who's at home next week? The Dolphins. You know who's coming in to play them? The Lions. The 4-2 Dolphins.
I know, right?
Versus the 2-3 Lions.
Shit.
How the fuck do you pick this shit? Hold on. Here's my quarter. I made my decision. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh.
I don't know.
Call it.
Tails.
Heads. You have to assign it to something stupid.
I had it assigned. Damn it. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, give me the Lions too. I think the Dolphins have been extremely lucky up to this point.
Oh, Christ. Man. Gotta ride with my boys. Give me the Lions.
All right, the Vikings and the MetLife playing the Jets. What say you, Ice?
Oh, jeez. God, I don't like him. What's the Jets' record?
Jesus fucking Christ. We asked you to pick a game, not fucking declare your major. Well, actually, no. You changed your major 5 times. You can only pick this game once. So, yeah, take more time than you did decide on the major.
Whatever. 2 and 3. Kirk Cousins, you like that?
Does that mean you're picking the Vikings?
Yeah, I guess.
Got him.
Jets are 3-3, by the way. But you already picked the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings are going to stomp the Jets. The Jets their defense has been surprisingly decent this year. But, yeah, give me the Vikings. Dude, Adam Thielen is the fucking man. And Stephon Diggs is the man. And Kyle Rudolph is the man. And Kirk Cousins is the man. I'm telling you, they're going to the NFC divisional this year.
I feel like we need a Sopranos drop a he the man, you the man, who everybody's the man. What the fuck? But yeah, I agree with you. Give me the Vikings.
Carolina at Philadelphia.
Eagles, home team.
Fuck yeah, give me Philly.
Yeah, no reason to believe Carolina's going to go in there and fucking just dominate. Give me the Eagles.
Cleveland heading to Tampa. Well, at least they'll get to go to the beach. Oh, but isn't shit all fucked up from the hurricane down there? Who knows?
Oh, well, it might be, but they're not in the redneck Riviera. They're not in the panhandle part.
You could get
Give me the
tickets
Browns.
to this game for $65.
Give me the Browns.
Man, you're just gonna keep.
Wait, you said I can get in this game for $65?
Yeah.
Hey, you got some frequent flyer miles. Want to loan me $60 and I can get in the game? Frequent flyer miles, $60. I can be there.
Wait, the next game you go to for 20.
Oh shit! Was it? Well, it's not their bye week. They already had that, right? All right, so
You know what, Ice?
Ice picked the Browns.
I'm going with you. Give me Cleveland in this game.
Why are we even talking about this? Go ahead, go.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's... Yeah, I think the ghost of Deshaun Jackson's going to leave at some point. And, yeah, Peyton Barber finally had a good game, but he'll probably go back to being mediocre. Yeah, you still got Mike Evans, but for some reason, I'm liking the Browns in this one. Give me the Browns.
I'm there with you guys.
Jarvis Landry.
Right there with you guys.
Jarvis, whatever.
Tayrod, whatever the fuck.
All right, next up.
You say tomato, I say I cut you. You know, whatever.
Houston at Jacksonville. You can get tickets to this game for $20.
Jags.
Man, Ice must have a hot date because he's running through this shit.
You can give me Houston. I like no part of the Jacksonville offense, and I like some parts of the Houston offense.
I'm going to go ahead and go Jags.
Ooh, my island pick of the week. New Orleans at Baltimore. Ooh, this could be a good game.
Saints. No, it ain't. Saints.
Yes, Mr. Dunn. Don't want to hear about his stats. Sun has set.
Issued apology last week. Saints.
Yeah, I give it to Saints because, well, that Baltimore defense is not to be fucked with. I mean, great. If you can't give it to Kamara, you give it to Ingram. And if you can't give it to Ingram or Kamara, you're throwing it to Michael Thomas. Yeah. Give me Saints.
To me, it comes down to one matchup. Breeze versus that Baltimore defense. That Baltimore defense is not the Baltimore defenses of old. Give me the Saints.
All right, next up, the Rams heading up to San Francisco.
Really?
Hello.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be our butt fuck of the week. And not just because it's in San Francisco.
Well, at least the Rams can visit the Jacks.
Yeah, I know, right?
How to speak San Franciscan. Join us. All right, give me the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams by a lot. It's
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
Rams, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Rams? San Francisco? I see what they did there. Dallas at Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, yuck.
No, it's yuck, but I can't believe I'm going to say this. Redskins?
Cool. Give me the Cowboys.
Cool. Give me the Skins.
It's just the Redskins seem to be a pile of mediocrity this year.
Dude, the whole NFC East is.
Yeah. At least
At this
Dallas
po-
has Zeke.
At this point, just fucking put all four of their names on a fucking dartboard and blindfold somebody and throw a dart at it.
All right, night game this week. Bengals heading to Kansas City. Two high-powered offenses, though, man.
No. Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean,
Even after throwing 2 interceptions, he still scored 40 points. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm not picking Cincinnati. I'm just saying it's going to be more of a competition than people think. Give me the Chiefs.
Yes, Chiefs.
And then the Monday night foosball. The Giants at Atlanta.
ABG.
Huh?
Anybody but Giants. Give me the Falcons.
The Falcons' defense is not good. Devontae Freeman just went on IR. Calvin Ridley's banged up. God, for the love of God, give me the Giants.
My God.
What?
Did you just say that?
Yes.
Well, then I guess if we're riding together, we're dying together. Give me the Giants.
Against the home team Falcons.
Their defense this year is not good.
Motherfucker, didn't you just pick the Giants?
Y'all are smoking. No.
He picked
I
the
picked
Falcons.
the Falcons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said ABG.
He said anybody
but
the
Giants.
Giants.
Oh, my bad. I'm having connection issues. It's crazy. I don't know.
With the synapses in his brain, not his internet. All right, so yeah, we only got to pick one college game this week because they're playing each other. Michigan State.
Oh,
Where are they at? Let me bring them up. Are they in the big house? Are they in East Lansing?
oh, they're in Michigan.
Mhm.
Oh, they're in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
So now we know Chris's pick because he said he's going with the home team.
No, not necessarily. So pick.
Well, I already picked. I told you I was going with defense. Give me Michigan.
They're not under the lights, though, Chris.
They're not.
If that helps.
It does not.
It's a 12 o'clock start, yeah. So most likely I will miss most of this game,
Michigan's
unfortunately.
got to get it done through the air. They're not going to win, which they're going to have to against Michigan State. So give me the Spartans upsetting the Wolverines at home.
Jesus, fuck. I don't even know what to fucking say. Look, Harbaugh hasn't proven to me that he can beat State on a consistent basis. And State's proven that they're inconsistent, but they're an unstable inconsistent. They can blow up in your face, or they can fold. So I got to go with recent history. Give me State.
Oh, the Iceman by himself on the last two picks.
I'll take it. Because I got Atlanta and a hard-hitting Michigan defense. I'll take it.
Oh.
Atlanta at home, by the way.
We're either going to
And
jump
Michigan
out
at
to a
home.
lead, Rich, or we're going to give him some ground. That's how that's going.
Well, dude, this game, even the shit talking has been muted from both sides.
Yeah, because everyone's like, not sure.
Hey, we're playing each other this week. How you doing? And they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know. How you doing? We're like, I don't know. I asked you first. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's
No, it's, you know what? When it comes to Harbaugh, I look at it this way. The defense and the defensive coordinator just kind of went, you know what? If you're not going to help me now, fuck you, Joe Boo. I'll do it myself.
No, I got you, tough guy. I'm just saying, like, the way the season started for Michigan, I wasn't expecting them to be where they're at, and I damn sure didn't expect State to be where they're at. It's almost a reversal of fortunes. It's almost exactly the opposite of what I expected it to be. But the problem is that State is who has State beat. And last week,
Number 8.
come on now.
Now, I got you, but they also lost to Northwestern, which Michigan beat. Sorry, not
Yeah,
sorry.
but who's Michigan beat?
Barely.
Michigan's beat number 15 and lost to number 12.
Any given Saturday, you're going to win or you're going to lose. I got to go with the defense.
It's a sound philosophy. not arguing with you, Ice. It's a very sound philosophy. I can't give it to Michigan until they prove it to me. You want to prove it to me? You want to give me hope? You beat State soundly. You house Penn State. You just, live out every fucking butt sex sexual fantasy you have with Rutgers in Indiana. Then you let Ohio State come to the big house. And at that point, I'm thinking anything can happen. But if State walks in, beats Michigan at home, yep. What is it dealers do? I'm done.
Clear
your hands. Yep. I'm just like, yep. Don't give a shit. Doesn't matter at this point. Season over. So, but I have to go with what recent history suggests, which is, as much as Michigan would like to look past State, while State makes their entire fucking season about beating Michigan, I don't think it's like that anymore. I think this is the game Michigan fans, as a Michigan fan, talking to fellow Michigan fans, I can tell you, this is the game they look forward to. Why? Because they just automatically assume they're going to get anally violated by Ohio State. That's a given. The last 15 years, just take a pen, that's an L, and that's how you end your season. You lose to Ohio State. So this is Michigan's rivalry game. But you still have a lot of people who are fans of Michigan who refuse to admit it. Think they're going to be eating a lot of humble pie.
Wow, Penn State fell 10 spots. Yikes.
Lose to an unranked team? Yeah.
But let's go number 6. You got number 24, number 18 left. Should be short work, right?
If State beats Michigan and they're not 10 next week, there's something really fucking wrong going on here. Mm-hmm. Like, this gets into some like injustice for all shit. Like, you're out of order, I'm out of order, this entire fucking process is out of order. Like, yeah. If Michigan goes in, or a State goes in and just houses Michigan, yeah, they beat Penn State, they beat Michigan. You got to give it to them. You have to. And if you don't, that's only because they don't have that block M in front of their name.
Yeah. Oh, hey, by the way, Alabama put up only 39 this past week, and they blew out Missouri 39-10. But yeah, first time in first time in 3 weeks they haven't put up over 50. The lowest they'd put up this season so far is 45 against Texas A&M. So, Alabama's slipping. Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, they're slipping all right.
They have Tennessee next, then LSU.
Well, wait a minute. Who Tennessee beat this week? Because my cousin was celebrating like they won a national championship, so it must have been a rival or one of their rivals. Shit.
Hold on here.
Yeah, look that up for me.
Oh, they beat. Oh shit, they beat Auburn.
Yeah, that's who they. Okay, yeah.
That pretty much was a Super Bowl for Tennessee.
Now I know why there was a bunch of pictures of her, like, yay! And I'm like, what are you celebrating? Calm down.
Yeah. It's the middle of October. Nobody won anything yet. No, unless you're baseball. But, all right. So, is that it, gentlemen? Anybody got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Money at broadcast school has really paid off.
All right.
Dynamite.
Oh, damn it.
Cocksucking motherfucker. Yeah, that's what you get. Fucking around with them drops, trying to goof on us.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yep. That's karma in action. So, hey, hit us up on social media. We're at Sporgy Podcast on Twitter. You can always email us, sporgy@ChristopherMedia.net. Thanks to the new listeners. If you like it, tell a friend. If you're not a new listener, if you still like it, still tell a friend. Because that's how you help us grow. New shows every Thursday, and we'll see you next week.
All right, later, guys.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.